Hello, 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 and welcome back to Little Known Galaxy. I'm Evie Greenbottle, and we've got some goals. Now, first off, we need to help Soot. We need to get those corn, soybeans, and food rations, and we're not that far away from that, really. We need a lot more money, though, but our crops are already growing, and our Explorers Club, to help Sprout make the map of the Grey Planet, we need to get to checkpoint 10 and 15, and I think the best way to do that is going to be to upgrade our laser blaster, and to do that, we're going to need 500 credits, but we've already got the resources we need, because we have been making these scrap metal blocks, but also the aluminum blocks, and we actually have more than what we need now. So we're just going to continue to make sure we're smelting this, because every single upgrade to get to level 2, we need 3 aluminum blocks and 3 scrap metal blocks. And looking at this, our first 2 corn are in as well, and those are going to be 2 of the corns that we need for Soot. So let's just grab those. And then we're gonna have to plant something else now. We could, oh, it's actually giving us more corn than we needed. So we can get multiple harvests from the corn. So we got 2 from each of them, which means we can sell one of these and still have enough for the quest. And the one that's coming in tomorrow isn't going to matter. So the 3 that we need, I'm gonna stick them in there. I'm going to grab 2 of these potato seeds. We'll get those growing. And then the other thing we really need is to make money. Now we do have 3 available power. So we could potentially put some more planters in and then have more crops growing, because the more things that we have growing, the better off we're going to be. Now, of course, all of these other machines do require power as well. The meteorite extractor takes 3, but we don't have copper blocks yet. We have no way of gathering copper, so that's going to be a ways off. We also, the recycler and the compost machine would also take power. However, we don't have copper. We also don't have any funguses or bacteria. We haven't figured out quite how to get those things yet either. So the only thing we can do with our power right now is either another furnace, which we're just a couple of stone short, or we could make a few more planters. And I think possibly 2 more of these is not a terrible idea. That means 2 more corn, or 2 more potatoes that we can have growing. And I think it's just gonna make us more money in the end. So let's just tuck these down here at the end, stick those potato seeds in, get those watered, and it's just a little bit more money that we're gonna be able to make as we go along. All right, while we wait for those to grow, we better go down and collect some resources and also check the bulletin board to see if there are any quests for us today. There is a bulletin board quest, so let's see what that one is. Your favorite computing unit is looking for a few items. CPU would like 4 wires. Now, I think we might have 4 wires, so let's accept that one. We'll say hello to Chip since we're here, and then let's go upstairs and just see if we've got 4 wires. Handing those into CPU is really easy. Your CPU, you can always know where to find him, as he does not move around the ship. All right, we have 5 wires, so we just had just enough there. Let's grab these 4 and take them over to CPU. There you go. Oh, goody, 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 you brought me what I asked for. Now, what was I going to do with this? Oh well, I guess it goes in my special box for now. Oh great, so he can't even remember, but it gives us 148 credits doing that, so we are getting closer again to 500, which we need. Although, actually, we've got the 200 that we need to buy the rations for Soot's quest, so once we have the next soybean crop in, we could buy the 2 rations, take the 3 corn we got from today, and have that quest completed. That might be worth thinking about. But let's continue resource gathering. We'll head down to the Grey Planet, see if we can push on to see any more checkpoints. But mostly, let's get some resources. Right, oh, that thing is already seeing us, but he's stuck behind. He can't shoot through our little lander here, so maybe we can sneak over here and get him. Yes, he was trapped on that, which actually worked out really well in our favor for getting him without taking any damage there. All right, cleared out all the rocks, but didn't find the beacon. So we're gonna have to do some digging, but that's fine because we found a space radish. We might find some dirt. Hopefully we'll find some minerals, but our energy is depleting quickly, but here's the beacon. So let's head to the next spot. A couple of enemies over here, and there's some aluminum piles as well, which is great. Right, we've not made it very far. We're already feeling tired. Let's have this radish. We'll just push on a tiny bit more. We will use our shovel and just do some digging. Maybe we'll find another radish that will sustain us enough to keep going, but most likely we will be heading back to the ship. There we are, we're tired again, so pick up our resources that we've gathered and we will just head back to the ship for today. Right, we did find 2 pet rocks, and since we know that Kendall and Sprout love them, I would like to find Kendall and Sprout to give them these ones. I wonder if they'll be in school. It is 3:30 on a Monday. What time does school end? Ah, apparently about this time, because here's Sprout getting ready for home. So we'll give him a pet rock and get a big smiley face from him. Found some hardware parts on the ground as well. And then over here to Kendall, we'll give her the other one. And she's also loving it, which means I think our friendship levels with them should be kind of higher than anyone else if we take a look in here. There's Kendall's, actually it's not that high really. Pilots is higher. That's because we talk to him every single day, though. Sprouts is pretty good. I think Sprouts is probably one of the highest we have. But as far as friendships go, we are not making very much progress here. Now, I've come around to talk to these two, but I think while we're here, we might want to pick up a few more seeds just because we are nearby. So let's buy those since we're here. It's a lot of our money though. But we'll get it back once these grow and we can sell those things off. Down to just 35 credits now. All right, we've talked to a lot of the crewmates. We've put our things away. I think it's time to just hop into bed and end of another day. But today we did make a little bit of money again with the one corn that we've sold for 38 coins. And on to day 10 already. Now, I think it's a good idea that we did buy all those seeds because we've got lots of things that are ready. So let's just grab out these seeds in the watering can. We're gonna go over here, give everything a water, harvest what can be harvested, and then we'll need to do some replanting. All right, that is all replanted. Now, as far as the things go, we've got the 3 corn. We need 3 soybeans to be kept for Soot, and then the rest of these can all be sold. And then hopefully we'll make enough coins to get those rations. And then that's gonna be another job done. Let's go see if there's any more quests today for us at the quest board. All right, nothing for us at the Plaza today. There's no quests available. A little unfortunate because that's can be a really good way to make money. But that's okay. We'll head down to the planet's surface and see how far we can get. All right, lots of those scary fly guys on the very first bit here of the gray planet. Ooh, but they're dropping some credits for us, and I'll definitely take that. And this guy's stuck, which is also good news for us. Okay, got rid of all the rocks. Didn't get any luck with finding the beacon, so we'll go back to digging. We did find a couple of radishes though, so at least we could replenish our energy a tiny bit. And there's the beacon finally. We're basically out of energy by the time we're going over just to the second spot of the day. Now, I think I'll spend a bit of time trying to kill the mobs on here rather than getting resources because, well, mobs do give us resource, but they also have a chance of giving us credits. Uh-oh. And what we really do need is the money. But out of energy, so we'll head back to the ship. All right, a long and exhausting day, although long is relative. It's only 3:15, but we are going to be heading to bed already because we are very much out of energy. Ooh, and we did make 196 credits by selling the corn, the soybeans, and the carrots, which is great news because that does mean now we have enough credits to get the 2 rations. We can complete that quest of feeding Soot, and I think that's exactly what we will do. Our basic chores done here. Get some more things smelting. We'll get our crops watered. Nothing has come up being ready today, but we've got the soybeans, the corn, and then we'll go buy 2 sets of rations and be done with that quest. All right, down in the plaza, it looks like we have another community quest here. Oh, and Doc would like a food ration. Now, there's a good chance that they will pay us more than what it's worth, but if they don't, we're not going to be able to afford the 2 we need for completing our quest. Let's buy 1 though. Let's go see if we can complete this quest. Hopefully she pays enough. Actually, she just needs to pay 8 minimum and we have enough, so it should be okay. If we go up to the science and medical, that's probably where Doc is hanging out. Ooh, the medical center doesn't actually open until 10 a.m., so we've got a little bit of time to wait here. I guess we'll have a look around. We'll go and see if we can talk to some people. I guess we might also see her coming into work. So why don't we go up to see if she's in her house? There is Francis, but Doc may have already gone in, so we can't get in just yet. We need just another half an hour to go by. But found 9 credits though in the Doc and Francis's house. So we've just taken those. Now, one of the things about if you go around people's houses, you can kind of look at some of the stuff they have. And sometimes you can learn a little bit about them. All right, it's now after 10. Let's go give this to Doc if she's in here. Oh, she's not in here. Okay, let's just grab these things that are on the floor then. And then we're gonna have to go find her because I'm not sure where she's hanging out. Here she is. She's just coming out of the lab. There we go. Brought me my bulletin request. Yes, this is satisfactory. I'll accomplish my end goal. Thank you for your services. She's given us 120 credits, and now we've got 321 coins. So let's go buy the other 2 rations we need. We can complete this other quest. And for this one, we just need to return all of these items to Soot down on the surface. And hopefully little Soot can eat. And then he will be all sorted. All right, back into Soot's cave. Let's go see if he's home. And there he is. He's looking so sad. Oh no. But at least we can give him the food and he's perking up, which is great news. It's working. Oh boy, he's really stuffing himself. Seems like he liked all the food that we brought him. And look how happy he is. He's certainly perked up now. Oh, and he looks so excited. He seems to want your attention for something. And he's giving us a heart-shaped tablet here. And we got a relic piece, which is great because we definitely had some spots out in that heart-shaped pattern for the relic outside, so this is probably the very first piece. But what about little Soot? We can't just leave him all alone in the dark old cave. Do you think we should invite him to join us in the Galactic Greenbottle? Definitely. You're right, Captain. It's the right thing to do. And he is so excited. He sure seems happy about joining us. The only problem is, where exactly should he stay on board? But just like that, he has disappeared. And where did he go? Oh my. You're not going to believe this, but he's already up on the ship. How did you do that, little Soot? All right, a new crew member. Soot has joined your crew. He has made himself at home in the play area on the recreation deck. That is exciting. And we've unlocked another achievement with our relic piece. And we can carry this over and stick it in. Yes, insert the relic piece. There we go. And what is it going to do? The whole thing is warming up. It's ready to go. And it's inserted. And it's given us some sort of map. Planet coordinates are being sent to a nearby vessels. And CPU is getting that. And you're not going to believe this, Captain. I think the relic just sent us coordinates to a new planet. Hurry back to the bridge. We need to just hold a senior officers meeting right away to discuss what we should do with these new coordinates. All right, time to return to the ship then and have a meeting with the senior officers to decide what we're going to do. We'll head up to the bridge and let's just go talk to CPU. Welcome back. Are you ready to start the senior officers meeting? Yes. Welcome everyone to our official senior officers meeting. First of all, you all look great today. We have some great news to report. The relic piece that Captain discovered down the Grey Planet did indeed merge back into the relic. Then boom, the relic somehow transmitted some uncharted space coordinates into my memory banks. Isn't that just incredible? You should have seen it. I almost malfunctioned when these coordinates hit my processors. So, what does everyone think? Should we head towards these new coordinates and see where it takes us? Astounding. Who would have thought? Incredible. We should definitely head there right away. The scientific discoveries alone could be groundbreaking. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This sounds too risky to me. We should stay right here and continue our research from a stable vantage point. Stuart, remember this is part of our mission too. You don't want to get written up again for not following orders, do you? Oh dear. That was different, Kata. Besides, even if we wanted to go, we don't have enough fuel to make it very far. So the captain would have to help me refine some dark. I can't do everything around here, you know. I see. Good points. What do you think, Captain? I think we must go. We have to explore the universe. Okay then, it's settled. Onward to the unknown. I'll program these new coordinates into your star map so you have access to them. Just press on your captain's chair to view and select the new destination when you're ready. And in the meantime, Stuart can show you how to start producing fuel for the ship. Yeah, I guess. If you remember how to get down to the engine room, I can show you how it works. I just love these little get-togethers. Best crew ever. CPU out. All right, new planet coordinates. You can now use our captain's chair to open the star map and travel to a new location. But first we're going to need fuel, so let's go down to the engine room because we do know how to get there. Thank you, Stuart. So we can learn how to process some fuel because we need to refine our dark matter into these kind of dark matter cubes and be able to power our ship. Well. So here to learn about fuel. Let's not waste any time then. To produce dark matter fuel for the ship, you will first need to create a fuel refiner machine on your workbench. I've already sent the crafting details to your workbench so you can build them in the future. Here's one of my fuel refiners. Notice the larger machines like this require more power. Once you have it built and powered, you will need to add 10 dark matter to produce 1 dark matter fuel. Here, just take the last of my dark matter since you'll be taking over for me. He's given us 10 dark matter to give it a go. The machine will notify you when it's ready, like this. Collect the fuel, then bring it down here. And we just drop it into this hole. If there are any fuel you want to deposit into the fuel tank here. You can track how much fuel we have available on the ship's fuel supply. It looks like we need at least 5 more fuel to make the journey to the new location. But remember, once we leave orbit, you'll not have access to any planetary resources until we arrive at our next location. So make sure to stock up on materials before you start any journey. Now, I must attend to many other matters, so much more important tasks. I leave it to you then. That's it. So we need to go and build one of those refiners. So let's go see if we've got the things that we need to put that together. All right, a new item in here. Let's see. Oh, we've got everything we need to make a dark matter refiner. So let's make one of those. The only thing is we're going to also need power, so we have to build another solar panel for that. But that is those 2 things done. We can pop this down here somewhere and can't stick that in straight away though because we don't have any power. So we just need to take that out. That has used up almost all of our scrap metal parts, so we're going to need to get a lot more of those. Let's just take our solar panel out to the roof so we can start the process. So we need to get 5 dark matter fuels to begin to leave this area. But before we leave this area, of course, we need to finish Sprout's mission, which means getting to the last checkpoint. There we go. And that gives us 2 spare power as well. So we now have 18 used out of a possible 20. Now it's already 3 p.m., but if we head down to the planet surface, we might be able to make a little bit further, and we definitely need the scrap metal. So let's go and see if we can get a bunch of that. So the best way to get the scrap metal is, of course, by breaking the rocks and just hoping, because sometimes they give you scrap metal, sometimes they just give you stone. And of course, we want to be picking up as much aluminum as we can always. And we'll still fight the monsters, A, because then they'll leave us alone, but also because they sometimes give us credits, and that is also definitely necessary. The sooner we can upgrade our blaster, the better. So we do need 500 credits in order to do that. Right, a few more credits from different monsters, which is great. We're now up to 174, which is not too shabby, considering we spent all that money today on rations. But we found our first beacon, so let's move on to the next area. Although our energy is quite low, still interested in probably fighting as many creatures as we can. All right, and we're out of energy, so let's return to the ship. And we did manage to get like a good amount of resources, so quite happy with that. 2 more pet rocks also. Let's just pop around and say hello to some people that we can see out and about. All right, another good day. Lots of resources gathered, lots of people talked to. And of course, we welcomed Soot on board, and he has found a house. He has taken over the little playhouse and decorated it. He's even put his name on there. He's got a little TV antenna sitting at the top. But that he's quite happy with his new little home, and we're quite happy to have him on board. Right, on to day 12 and woken up to an email. What do we have here? Mission progress. Great job discovering a relic piece and unlocking the first clues about the mysterious relic. CPU has also informed us crew morale has been rising, so keep up the good work. Space Alliance headquarters. P.S. Enclosed is a small bonus to share with your crew or improve your starship. 100 credits. I mean, 100 credits does not go that far, but thank you. Appreciate the sentiment. And we do have a few crops here that are ready, and our very first bit of fuel is ready. So let's grab 10 more of these because we do need 10 each time. Stick those in here. Got our very first dark metal fuel. It's very exciting. Pop this aluminum away and grab 5 more. And then let's get these crops watered. Now, one of the things actually I might make is another chest for us to have a little bit closer to where our plants actually are. And we'll keep our seeds a little closer because right now they're quite far away. This over here maybe. And that's where we can keep our seeds and the watering can. So it is actually right beside where the planters are. Right, and that was the last of those soybean plants. Those had lasted quite a long time. Of course, you get to harvest from them 3 times. Ooh, but I think we are actually short on seeds, so we will need to go and buy more seeds because I think these are our last 3 soybeans and there's nothing else. But we can pop these in, but we still need something else to go in this corner spot. Luckily, we will be making a bit of money today. So let's head downstairs, see if there's anything on the bulletin board, but then also grab another seed or 2. And there is another quest. Let's see. Those pesky buggers on the surface are getting too close for me. They might start chewing through the shuttlecraft wires, and then who knows, that could be next. I hope someone can scare them off. An anxious CPU. He wants us to zap 5 of those buzz creeps. I think we can definitely do that. All right, I think we'll get a couple of potato seeds and a couple of carrot seeds. Let's also say hello to Robert here. Now, one of the things I really like about this game is as you hit different milestones, all the characters have some sort of dialogue that they will tell you something about. So they're talking, most of the people when we talk to them now, they're talking about dark matter fuel and being able to create it, or telling us about how to get stains of it out of our clothing or how impossible that is. And they all have something to say about every time we make these milestones, they have something new to say. And it keeps their dialogue really fresh, and I do love that. All right, plant those carrots, drop that off. Let's head back down to the surface to zap some of those creeps for CPU. Oh, and here's little Soot. He's hanging out by our little spacecraft here, and he's giving us a dark matter fuel. Apparently he just had that in his inventory. So that's great. That's one less that we need. But what we do need to get is through these zones. All right, let's see. We're gonna zap all the enemies first. Quite a lot of those guys to kill, so we've gotten a few done now. We need a few more still, so we'll have to try to get to the next zone. See if we can find the next zone. Not having a lot of luck so far. Took out most of the stones on the right-hand side. Decided to try our hand at digging because we might be able to get some space radishes just to prolong this excursion a little bit. But no luck on the space radish front either. Seems like a fairly unlucky run here. And sometimes that does happen. There we go. Okay, we found the beacon at least. We dropped a lot of credits. I'll take the credits for sure. Oh, and so did he. 15 more. But we're feeling tired already, and we still need to kill one more of those fly guys. But it won't be today, and luckily that quest does last until tomorrow, so we can come back tomorrow and finish it off for CPU. Let's head back to our ship, and Soot is still hanging out there. I guess we weren't gone all that long. Now, these dark matter fuels, they can just be dropped in here, and then that's gonna go up there till 6. We need to get to 10, and then we could travel to a different planet. The end of another day though, fairly successful. Didn't get quite as much done as we wanted, but we did make 99 credits from our things we sold. I did throw 2 space radishes in there that were just sitting in the chest. And I mean, I didn't need to, I guess, because they're only worth 5 each. It's probably better to eat them, but I guess that's something to learn though. All right, waking up on Friday. A bunch of our potatoes are done. We also have some more fuel that is ready. And 4 potatoes, which means we can actually just swap those out with the other 4 potato seeds that we have. And those 4 potatoes can go straight into the bin bot, and then we'll just get these watered. All right, no reason to stop at the plaza today because of course we've got the ongoing quest from CPU to kill a couple more of those buzzing flies. So let's just head straight back out to the shuttle bay and back down to the gray planet. All right, I've already seen one of these guys. He's shooting right at me, and this little guy too. Go. And that was enough to complete it. So now we just need to go and talk to CPU because we've blasted 5 of the buzz creeps. Ooh, and found a quick beacon. So let's just come over here. Oh my goodness, I'm being chased by a rock guy. Grab the pet rock and then we'll head off. And now, of course, because we don't need to kill any more, there are tons of those buzz creeps here. I'm going to try my best to ignore them. I don't think we're going to be able to though. At least those 2 are kind of trapped on the other side of the building. So maybe we can just get rid of this guy and ignore the other 2 for now as we search for a beacon. Not having much. Oh, lied. I'm having lots of luck. We just found the beacon just as I was about to complain about not having any luck finding a beacon. I've managed to find 1 radish, so we can at least eat that. Regain some of our energy. Doesn't look like we're getting very lucky. Quite tired out. We do have 2 radishes. Let's just eat those. I don't think we'll be hitting a checkpoint today, but may as well keep going a little bit. Very least we'll hopefully get some resources. Oh, a robot toy we just found. That's a cool artifact. Almost dug out this entire thing and we're not finding the beacon. Do have 1 more radish that we've just found. Oh, and the next one we dug was the beacon. So moving on, this is number 8 out of 15. But sadly, we are too tired to do much exploring here. So we're gonna have to just head back on the ship. And it is super important that we get those tool upgrades soon. It's gonna mean we're gonna be able to explore a lot faster down there. So let's go see CPU, turn this quest in, and hopefully he gives us some credits for it. There we go. So those aliens are scared off now, and you swear they won't be bothering me, Pinky, promise? Okay, I feel better now. 150 credits. Oh, we are only 8 shy then from having enough to do an upgrade. And I definitely think the first upgrade that I want to do is going to be for our laser blaster. It means killing the enemies is a lot quicker. And also blasting the rocks is a lot faster, which means hopefully finding the beacons is a lot faster. And since we sold crops 116 credits worth of potatoes, that means we can now afford the blaster upgrade. But it does mean we will have a few days where we don't have a weapon, which means the only thing we can do on the surface would be to dig, and if there's enemies, we would just have to run away from them, so it's not super ideal. But there's not much we can do about that because we do need to upgrade our weapon at some point, and the sooner we do it the better because that's going to make it easier for us to finish the exploration for Sprout. Right, 3 scrap metal and 3 aluminum, and then we're going to head down to the cargo and shuttle bay because this is the building where we're going to be upgrading our tools. So let's head in here. And then with Edward, we are going to be getting the level 2 blaster as the first thing. 500 coins. It's so expensive, but it's so worth it. But it does leave us in a kind of gray planet. We have no way of defending ourselves, no way of breaking the stones, and sometimes the stones are where the beacons are, so it would be very difficult to make any progress. So I think we'd be better off just cleaning up our area on the ship. Well, there is also a quest here. Oh no, and of course the quest is to zap 5 brown rock creeps for Edward. Now it says 4 days to complete. I think our laser is going to take 3 days, which means it would give us 1 day to finish this, but if we accept this, I don't think we're going to get any more quests. And ideally, we'd be able to do a different quest tomorrow if there's another one, or even 2 days from now. So I'm going to leave that for now, I think. I always find it crazy in like any of these like farming sim type games where you give in your tools to be upgraded, and now suddenly you don't have a shovel, or you don't have a watering can, or you don't have a laser in this case for the next 3 days while it's being upgraded. Does that mean that nobody on this ship has a laser that we could borrow just for like a few days? Is everybody else on the ship, using their lasers or their shovels or their watering cans, like in the whole town or wherever we happen to be? Craziness. I think we'll get the ship cleaned up just a little bit. There are all these holes, of course, that we can repair, all these blobs, which walking through them slows you down quite a lot. So getting these cleaned up is helpful. And then also open the boxes, get rid of the small pieces of metal. Those do give us some resources, which is also very good. Energy just depletes so quickly when trying to clean up the ship, but it does look a lot better already. Got most of this area here cleaned up, and we are tired, but it's good because you do get a lot of resources as well when you do that, so it is worth it. And at the end of the quarter, we are going to be ranked as part of our training. And the more fixed up our ship is, the more points we are able to score. So we do want to get it nice and tidy, or at least as tidy as we can, between now and the end of the quarter, which is in just 14 days. We are halfway through this quarter already. The other thing we're going to be ranked on is the crew morale, and morale gets raised as we build relationships with people or give them gifts or just having to talk with them every day. So it is worthwhile that we make sure we do go and speak to as many people as we can each day, especially on days when we can't go down to the planet because we don't have our laser. Might as well just go around, use up the rest of the day by talking to our fellow crewmates. And the other good thing about running around and talking to everybody is also we can look for these kind of sparkly bits to get free resources. So we of course do need those. So as we look all around, we just found some cooking grease, and it's given us an observation about some of the people on here. So we can learn a little bit about Shinji, for example, as we kind of look at their stuff. So we want to make sure we are kind of exploring everything, learning about our crewmates. It might give us some insights onto things that they like, which may help us with gift giving in the future. So we've learned something about Kada here in Kada's house, and about her husband Chip, and about Fiji as well. Another great day. We've talked to a lot of the people, and we've learned a lot about our crewmates as well. And we even made a tiny bit of money selling one potato for 29 coins. Quite good actually, because you buy the potato seeds for 10 credits. So pretty good value on that. All right, on to day 15. All right, we already have more than enough dark matter fuel for what we need to move on to the next area. But of course we can't do that until we finish Sprout's quest. But we are making good progress on that as well, because we do have our blaster being repaired, so we'll be ready to go and hopefully find all those beacons much faster once that's ready. We still probably have 2 more days to wait. The nice thing about this game though is you don't have to go pick up your tools. They get delivered by I guess email, which is a bit odd, but that they do get delivered straight to your house in the morning that they're ready, so you don't have to worry about going and tracking them down. A couple of soybeans in, are watering away. Sell the soybeans, hopefully make a bit of money. I think I'll take this dark matter fuel down and pop it into the machine as well. That will get us a little bit closer on the quest, all the way down to the engine room, but we can pop these in here. 7 fuel, so we now have a total of 13 ready to go. And some recycled parts over here in the corner. So we'll take those. And Stuart, let's see if this is the same quest still. It's not, it's for CPU. He wants 2 batteries. Now, I don't know if we can afford 2 batteries. We have 158 credits. The batteries we buy over here at the shop, let's just see how expensive those are, because I think they usually do pay more than what the value is, so we should make some money on this if we can afford to buy 2 in the first place, which we can't. They are 140 each, so don't quite have enough money, so we're not going to be able to do today's quest either, which is a bit of a bummer. So we're not getting very far on this quest, not being able to do them. So I guess we'll go back upstairs and we will tidy up our area again. Focus over on this side this time and just see if we can get as many of these boxes put away as possible. The holes in the floor, these metal beams. Now, as much as upgrading your tools does kind of make you unable to do certain things, it's kind of good because we've spent all of our time down on the Grey Planet trying to push and gather resources, but we've pretty much just neglected our area completely. And getting a few days just to focus on this is good. Getting it a little bit tidier. It does still give us some resources, and we're collecting kind of different resources than we would on the planet anyways, because we can't get recycled parts, hardware parts, or wires really down on the planet, at least not into the same extent that we will get them here. All right, and we are feeling tired again. Just means that day was a really quick day. We've already talked to some people on board, not everybody though, but that's all right. Made a bit of money with our bin deposit because we did drop off the soybeans and some super soybeans, which are worth quite, well, they're worth 4 more, so 1 soybean's worth 10 and a super soybean is worth 14, so a little bit better off. All right, still no laser blaster because we're waiting for that email, so I guess another day spent getting things done in here. And that's fine, because we do need to do that. A few more of our crops ready though, a carrot and of course the corn as well. So we will be able to make some more money, which is also very good. And then we are going to need to plant some more. And we're once again out of seeds. These are our last 4 carrot seeds going in the ground. So we will need to spend some money on seeds in the next couple of days. Doesn't really seem like it, but the area is getting tidied up. It is a lot of effort though, and of course it takes a lot of energy to operate this restoration ray. Right, we'll have to call that good enough again because we are out of energy once again. It is very taxing on our energy trying to get this place tidied up. But let's make the rounds and go talk to our crewmates, make sure everyone's doing all right, and make sure morale is staying high enough, as high as we can get it really without giving gifts away. See if we've managed to get a new quest here that we can actually do. It requires some collaboration to collect the following items, and each will be highly regarded. Max needs a small bookcase. I have no idea if we're able to get a small bookcase. Let's go into the shop to see if there's like a machine in here that I think we can print items for our house. This one right here. Wonder if small bookcase is one of them. I don't see a bookcase. No, I don't see any bookcases in here. So this might not be where we get a bookcase, but there is lots of really cute things. There's a CPU plush doll for 300 credits. And this little sheep is adorable as well. Abstract sculptures, all sorts of things. Lamps so we can get tables and chairs and sorts of decorations, but not a bookcase. Let's just say, let's ask I-1900, what's new? We've not received any new items in our residence today. Nothing new here. Okay, so I'll go home and I'll see if I can craft a bookcase. And if we can, then we'll hand that one in. And if not, we've gotten kind of unlucky with our quests. Because in here, so we've got our workbench, but there's the decoration side. Let's see, we've got tons of like cool things. Classic black armchairs, yellow. Oh, here we go. Large bookcase, medium bookcase, a small bookcase. It's going to cost us a scrap metal block and 5 recycled parts. I think that's what he wants. So let's make one small bookcase and let's go accept that quest and then go drop it off. One small bookcase to Max. So Max is the teacher. Ooh, we're beginning to feel tired. I accidentally just used the shovel in the middle of the ground here. He's the teacher, so let's go down to the school and see if he's currently teaching. It is Monday, so it makes sense. It's 1:15 in the afternoon. I imagine the children would be in school then, and they're gonna need their teacher. Yes. All right, let's bring this over then for Max. Hopefully the credits are worth it. 56 credits. I mean, it's not bad, I guess. Talking to Fiji, she wants to know what we think is more important when choosing a career. Prestige and a chance of success, or passion and interest? I think it's gotta be passion and interest. And she thinks so too. Perhaps you can find success in a field if you are passionate about it. I mean, that is always the hope, isn't it? All right, we've talked to quite a lot of the crewmate members again. I think it's just time to end a day. Hopefully when we wake up, our laser will be ready so we can actually make some progress down on the planet's surface. Okay, we did make quite a lot of credits actually, 256. The super carrot, 1 super carrot being 28 and 6 corn, 228. That is pretty good. Start of day 17. Now, all of those sales have brought us over the line we have 500 credits again. And our upgrade is ready, so our laser blaster is here. Now it's level 2. But we also have enough credits and resources that we could upgrade something else. So we could upgrade our shovel, and upgrading our shovel would allow us to dig 2 spaces instead of just 1, with each push of the shovel. Or the other option would be to upgrade our restoration rate so that we can restore these bigger ones. So these holes here could be going away, and also the 3 boxes and the medium-sized steel beams like these could go away, and we could fix those all up. Or the other option would be our watering pack, and it would allow us to water 3 spaces in a row instead. So if we were standing here, we'd be able to water this one plus those 2 potatoes, which means we'd probably want to rearrange how these are laid out. However, that would mean for 3 days, we're not going to be growing any crops whatsoever. And it's not the end of the world, to be fair, to take a little hiatus from growing crops, to be able to make ourselves more efficient when it comes to crop watering, because it's going to kind of speed things up in the long run, and I kind of think it might be worth it. I mean, the shovel would mean we're spending 3 more days not down on the planet's surface, but that's 3 more days where we're not getting any further along in our quest. So I don't think I want to do the shovel. The restoration rate doesn't feel completely necessary at the moment. I think let's upgrade the watering pack. It does mean these crops are going to sit here, but I have tested it before. They don't wilt and die, they just don't grow. So if they don't get watered, nothing bad happens. They just stop growing. So you're not making any progress on making money with those, but I think it's okay. I think we're going to do it. Let's go and grab our items. We just need 3 of each. We can go down and get this started. Hopefully, if he's open today. I always seem to pick days when they're closed. All right, luckily he's here. So can you please upgrade my watering pack to level 2 so we'll be able to water 3 areas at once with a single charge? Costs us a lot of money. We're going to be down to just 14 credits remaining, but I think it's a worthwhile investment. It's going to speed up the watering process in the future. It's going to make watering less of a chore and a hassle, which is going to make us want to maybe expand our gardening. It's our best way of making credits at the moment. So I think let's do that. And now we're going to head down with our brand new blaster and let's go test it out on the gray planet. All right, so now we're able to break blocks in just one hit as opposed to 2 before, so that's definitely going to save us some energy in the long run. Some of the enemies are able to be killed in just 1 hit as well. These guys, which used to take 4, now only take 2, which makes this whole kind of endeavor a lot safer, a lot easier. Right, a little unlucky, we broke all the rocks, didn't find the beacon, but perhaps just a little bit of digging and we'll find it. Or maybe not, maybe a lot of digging. Feeling a little unlucky, but we did get a radish at least, so we can eat that, restore some of our energy. I mean, luckily breaking the blocks now is so much easier that we have more energy when it comes to the starting of the digging process. But how far around are we going to get on here before we dig up the beacon? Because made it more than halfway already. All right, over 3/4 of the way around this thing, and we finally found our beacon. It's seeming slightly less likely that this is going to be the day that we get to our next checkpoint. But it should be easier now that we have the upgraded blaster. Although we've seemed to have gotten super unlucky today because we destroyed all the rocks. The beacon was not under the rocks, which means we're back to digging. Ooh, but we found the beacon pretty quickly. All right, feeling tired, so we will just eat our radish here. But it doesn't seem like we're going to find another radish, so we are going to just have to head back to the ship. A little unfortunate. We only made it 2 spaces, but that first area really did us in. We had to dig so much in order to find the beacon. Maybe tomorrow will be our lucky day, because it certainly wasn't today. But it definitely is great having the upgraded blaster, and I'm really happy with the progress that we have made today, but we are just out of video time for today. So I hope you're still enjoying this as much as I am, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.